Hey.
Can I get a cupcake?
No texting. How did you know I have cupcakes?
Because I told you to get them, and then I saw they were in this bag.
How did you... You're going through my things now?
I was like, oh, here's this bag.
We're gonna need a commentary blooper reel.
I bet it's cupcakes. And it was.
Hi! I'm Shannen Mickelson.
I'm Elliot Barnhart.
I'm a cupcake.
My God.
It begins.
So, we brought our guest and co-star Elliot
Hello.
to help us with a couple commentaries. We're watching episode 6.
I play the man that you all fell in love with.
And we hate him.
There's no drinking.
We are the anti-Stanley fan club.
There's no drinking.
February 15th.
Dum bum bum. We need to overlay the that's the best moment in Taj Wash is when.
But
they play
anyway,
the Kill Bill
Sarah
theme.
was gonna say no drinking. But cupcakes.
And water.
I'm feeling milk.
I don't remember this scene at all.
You've never watched this show, have you?
Matching
Phone.
Yeah.
Sweater. My phone's gold polka dots though.
I forget that there's no camera, so if I point, well,
No one will know.
no one will know. I gotta actually be verbal. And now that there's a camera on, I've forgotten every word in the English language.
I wore a dress for this episode. And, hey look, that's the top of your head behind
It is the top
screen.
of my head.
Sherlock was watching your video.
She loves you.
No, she doesn't. Sherlock's like, Tabitha, you're a bitch. Don't even talk. I'm gonna email Langdale about this later.
Who likes her? Does she just hang around Langdale?
Well, Langdale is forced, but she's dating Kitty Winter, so Kitty Winter likes her.
Who is she? She has no face.
No, she doesn't.
Has no actress.
Kitty is, captain of the Quidditch team. And she's a boss. Because she's in one of the stories I'm writing. Look, it's Adrian.
It is Adrian.
I love her so much.
I don't think I've ever met her or been in the same room as her. No, I don't think so. No, because I never recorded with her.
Sherlock.
Really loud yelling Sherlock.
We experimented with split screen in this. Yeah, I guess you never were.
Yeah, and I don't know if I helped you guys film, because not only am I Stanley Hopkins, but I do incredibly technical tech work, like hold
Sherlock prepping herself to talk to a boy.
I love that's when. I mean, obviously it's just for time reasons, but
yeah, I mean, I wrote them keeping in mind that there was going to be the sting.
That's just the best place to put the sting. Is like a boy.
Sherlock smiling. What the fuck?
And everyone was just. Hold up! It's coming! The best
Orla?
shot. Well, Orla's great. Oh,
No, this is the second version.
Oh,
of
shit. The other, that one shot.
The original version has you falling. Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah, it was not the me falling. I was thinking of the December shot where it's the best shot of Taj Wash because I look really attractive.
And we turn at the same time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I changed it.
Did you fall on, I can't remember, did you fall on purpose or?
Yes. I wanted, when I had, there's me.
Hey, what's up?
And you had your knock.
What's not at her apartment and now she's not answering your call.
Stanley, you little stalker.
When I had been rehearsing the vlogs back at home, I was practicing in a swivel chair, and then y'all didn't have swivel, and so I decided, alright, well.
I know that she's still alive. I don't let her vanish off the face.
And this is the episode where I said fuck it to hair continuity, because I had this terrible haircut, as shown here, and you guys might go, oh no, Elliot, it looked fine, No, it didn't. It looked like a bowl cut. It's just, whoever was behind the camera was a genius at angles. Was it Cassie?
No, I don't know. It was me.
Oh.
I think for most of this.
You're a beautiful
this
human.
scene.
Was a genius at angles.
She said it was for a cake.
And also, I styled it the best I could to make it not look like shit. But Sarah, you can attest to this. When I first got in the car, when you saw me, you're like, is that a bowl cut?
I did?
Yeah, you did.
This scene, nobody was in the same place at the same time.
Nope.
Like, you and Sarah were there. Cassie and Christy were there another day. Orla was there another day. So it's really awkward. They're watching X-Files. They're in love.
It's true. Violet, John, and Eliza are endgame.
I
T3.
actually cut some of you guys' lines here in editing. That's like the only time I ever did that.
What were the...
I don't remember now. I would have to watch the scene again. But, like, I just cut it shorter. Partly because it annoyed me so much.
Oh, look, there's the acne on my cheek. I'm sorry.
Partly because it annoyed me so much
The one
that
that
you
you
guys
liked.
weren't there at the same time and I felt like it was really obvious. And partly because I wanted less of Wendy being mean. So I think I cut her, like, meaner lines.
The two lipsticks I held up are called Russian Red and Tea and Cookies. The one I put on my face is Russian Red. I have to replace it. 'cause
Oh, you can see it. The terrible haircut. Right there. This shot. It's
Yeah.
the worst fucking haircut I've had in my life. And I tried to, like, because my bangs are the worst, and I tried to fix them, and... I can't... This is why I can't watch this episode.
It's too late. You're watching it.
Oh, no.
Sarah, tell them about the dress you're wearing.
Oh, it's from Hot Topics Orphan Black collection, and it's plaid, and when you look really closely at the plaid, it has tiny little guns on it, so I call it Dress with Guns. Also, it makes my boobs look huge, and I can't decide if I like that or not.
This shot of you
cutting
is
off
really
earlier.
cute. This is the scene where I try to tell everybody, no, Wendy has a point. And nobody listened to me because then you guys are
I'm
sad.
the precious white man, and you must love me.
Yeah.
Per fandom rules.
It's just, yeah, it's like, Wendy's problem is that when stuff bothers her, she reacts with anger.
And, okay, here's the thing. Nobody tells Wendy to stop. Nobody tells Wendy to stop
Well, because
until...
they feel like it's kind of justified.
Until... Yeah, I'm like, but even Stanley's not like, hey, stop being mean to me. You're
Well, I mean,
making me
Stanley's an
upset."
abuse victim. He's not gonna say shit.
But, like, Jamie doesn't say anything, which I think is bad of Jamie. But then in episode 7, like, he tells Wendy to shut up, and then Jamie's like, leave him alone.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes. And then she's never mean to Stanley again, because she's like, oh, I guess people don't think this is funny.
It's like when you go to the prison and you punch the toughest dude in the face, and then the whole prison is like, my house now. But it's your house. Is this to depress? Are we getting to the point where he's saying that he didn't expect to live and I'm
Yeah.
sad? Oh, man.
Yeah, we might have passed it. I don't
Well-
know. Yeah, we passed it because
well.
Jamie's being
You
like,
should
to
talk about why
Sherlock.
you include the line, I didn't think I'd make it past 19,
okay,
whatever it
so
was.
Sarah,
Awesome.
like, cheerily says depressing stuff all the time.
I know.
And
I do
So
too.
sometimes it was just like, I never thought I'd live to be 19. And I'm like, what the fuck?
It's accurate. I'm getting to 21, and I'm still, sometimes I feel like, I'm like 4 years past my expiration date.
I think it's interesting, though, because I, like, when people first watch this scene, it's like, oh, man, they're both, suicidal, which, true. But also Stanley's like, I mean, I thought I might get killed for most of my life, but...
Man, I hope there's some sort of fic hint that just talks about his home life in a way that's like, just the fic about his dad and when he's alive, and it just will destroy my soul.
I think I was
Because
thinking a
I
lot
love
about
torturing myself.
Stanley's brothers the other day, and
I'm assuming they hit him too.
no,
No?
not.
I know, like, in an abuse situation, typically,
I think maybe the older brother, but
Bradstreet.
yeah,
God, Aaron!
my best friend. No, I was thinking about his brothers because I was like, I think his brothers are both. I gotta turn down the volume. He's so loud.
No, but I'm also really loud too, but I love Dimitri. He's awesome.
Oh man, Dimitri, I always cast him as people named Aaron. But I was thinking about his brothers, and I was thinking about how his brothers were probably really good at, like, laying low and being like, we are good children, do not hit us. And Stanley eventually reached a point where he was like, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna do whatever I want.
Well, that, and also probably, I feel like Stanley got hit.
Gross kissing!
Yeah.
I mean, my headcanon for Stanley and, like, autism is that he didn't talk at all until he was 4, and then... Yeah, oh my god, the he called me Stan line was so hard for me to do. This whole bit I also can't watch because the stuttering, I thought it would sound good, and it didn't sound good, and it makes me just, like, KMS
Sounds
every day.
fine, my child.
It makes me KMS every
Hey,
day.
that artwork in the background is by Kaya,
Kaya Phoenix?
who was crew
I don't know what her
sometimes,
name is.
and she was the, like, drug attendant in episode 3.
And she's Derek's girlfriend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's one of...
She's cool.
Yeah, Derek, the dude from episode 8.
Mm-hmm.
But
Didn't
that's...
you and Kaya go to middle school together
Yes,
too? And
Kaya and I went to middle school together. Kaya knows my birth name, the true name. She can, like, call me in the fairy court and make me do shit.
But Elliot's your true name.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but she knows the name on my birth certificate, and
I don't think the fairies would recognize that one.
I don't know what the fairies would do, my
Because
dude.
I feel like fairies, you know,
Guys,
they
I'm sorry to
recognize-
break this to you, but fairies aren't real.
Fuck you! Well, we just keep
So,
Fuck you, Shannen! They are real.
hey, we're watching a show.
We're watching-
The fairies are real.
So,
Fairy parents!
this episode,
Anyway.
oh, you can see the missing flyer hanging on the wall that Sherlock
Oh, yeah,
stole and
she
put on
kept.
her wall. The book on her windowsill is Arsène de Lupin, however you pronounce it.
What?
The French Sherlock Holmes.
Okay, I was saying, like, what did you
Chell's
just say?
a big
You're
fan.
Sundulupum, and I'm like,
Chell, who
what?
plays Irene, is a big fan of
He
him.
is
Chell is my
a gentleman
fave.
thief.
I love
Um,
Chell.
I know.
The outfit
He's
I'm
my
about to
friend.
put on is the best outfit
Chell
I
is a
wear
good
in this
friend.
whole show.
I just feel like I mess up when I talk to her a lot. I say things that then seem to upset her, and I just say
Hey.
bad timing and stuff.
Sherlock's phone in this scene, you can see kind of that the background of it is Rey from Star Wars.
I can't see it.
Oh my god,
This
these
scene-
gays!
This scene,
is
it was
homosexual.
freezing outside.
Yes!
Was it? When was this filmed? Like what?
January?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like as early as possible because we filmed all the scenes with just Orla. We filmed scenes with just
That's Orla's jacket, and I borrowed it because I didn't bring a jacket, and it was so cold.
And so we had to keep stealing it from her to use it.
Was it as cold as Norbury Hotel? Because that was
No,
a
Norbury
monster.
Hotel was a new and special kind of.
Did y'all
thing.
talk about Norbury
Yeah.
Hotel?
Yes, we filmed that episode.
We filmed that commentary. But yeah, that was at night too.
Gay.
Gay.
And that was we probably filmed that actually after we filmed
God, I
this.
can't
Orla
believe
was
they're
so
gonna get
nice. I
married.
love Orla.
That was great. Hey, this is the very last shot I filmed of
This
the whole
reminds
show.
me about like all the low budget films that just like to show shots of nature. And
I needed
that's
to show the lake because I mention it
I mean-
several times.
True. It's just
Hey, this
I
is
don't
like
know.
the one time we went on location.
true. We spent like a shit ton of money to get this house.
It was really nice, and I wanted it.
Look, my hair is suddenly longer. Anyway, this is again what I was like, I should wear the hat.
What was the name that you say,
Me?
Shannen?
Sharon Hill.
Yeah, and then I say Maria Barton, which are Marvel references, kind of.
Because in a story, not this story, in an original Sherlock Holmes story, he uses like the pseudonym Hill Barton, and I was like, oh my god, we have to do that. Except I split it up to Sharon Hill and Maria Barton.
And I am Batman every day.
Well, because he just, Billy McMurdo watches Batman on repeat, so he was
What
like,
was-
what else exists?
The beautiful shot. Derek is a beautiful human.
Yeah,
and
Derek-
shaky cam.
Derek-
I
got that
recently
shot.
thought of Billy McMurdo because the Adam West Batman just recently got added onto Netflix.
Yes.
So
And he's using Stanley's Netflix.
yeah.
Hey Sherlock.
What?
I got Netflix.
So this scene, let's talk about how it's in 2 different places.
It's in 2 completely different houses.
It's because the girl that played whatever her name is.
Abbey, the name of the episode.
Fucking whatever. Teresa, except not Teresa. She was unavailable at the time, so we had to film.
Yeah, so you can kind of see in the background that this is the same house in episode 2 and the same house in Violet's story arc.
Mandell's house.
But the thing is that we already paid, like, money, but I honestly, except for, unless you pointed it out to me with, like, the Egyptian art in the background, I wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah.
I honestly thought it was, like, the lady who played Teresa's house or something.
Yeah,
Because I was like, well, she's a nice woman. She might let us borrow her home.
Speaking of, since we were filming at Jeffrey Mandell's house, we mentioned in the previous Norbury Hotel episode that his dog Lila passed away, and we dedicated the episode to her. But then when we were filming this scene, he had just gotten a new dog. Is it Siduri?
Yeah.
And Siduri, and we were actually her first film crew because Jeff has so many film crews coming in and out of his house. And so he was like, okay, this will kind of be our trial run since you guys are small, but she was great. Yeah, the only problem was that she was so happy to see us, she just kept on thumping her tail on the floor, and she's such a big dog. She's huge. She's German Shepherd mixed with something, so it was just the loudest sound in the world, and we had to send her outside. But she's a good girl.
Yeah, Derek was cinematographer for pretty much this whole scene. There are a couple shots I did.
Looking.
Yeah, this, like, considering we filmed this in 2 different places, it looks great.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like we filmed it in 2 seconds.
No.
Yeah.
Like, I did a little bit of coloring, but not as much as I thought I would need to.
Completely random, but Catherine, who plays Abbey, is Mary, who is the original Wendy's roommate.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And we actually had her read for Wendy at one point.
Yeah.
But watching us, I mean, again, this is not like a...
I think she was really good with Abbey.
Yeah, and it was a really, tough role to do. And I did her bruise makeup on her wrist that we briefly saw.
Looks good.
I think I did a really good job with that. Like, my makeup abilities, like, steadily, like, if I compare, like, makeup from season 1 to makeup I was doing in season 2.
I mean, your makeup in this episode is great.
God.
I know.
And then there was me, and the one thing in makeup I did where I grabbed Shannon's mascara and rubbed it all over my body and said, I just got out of a burning building.
It looks great.
Yeah, it was a bitch to watch off, let me tell you. I've had it on my boobs for days.
That was your idea.
Speaking of makeup, we're gonna take you and we're gonna get you a contour kit for your face.
I do have a contour kit, I think, but I don't really super know how to use it in a way that does masculine face stuff. I know that I just have a killer jawline, though, and I'm just like, yes.
Hey, this shot is great.
This is a beautiful shot.
Also, I love that I ignore you.
I mean, and it's...
I talked about this in another commentary where I was like, Sherlock just ignores and she totally knows it's your birthday.
2 little autistic kids not making eye contact.
And hey,
I know, for real.
The dream is on the table. This is the last episode where the dream appears because I think I forgot to put it in episode 7.
We'll have to watch for it.
Look at my outfit. Oh my god.
Your outfit, honestly, is the best. Little cute
You
little
look-
tie.
You look really gay, but in a good way.
I mean...
Gay is always good.
I had a different outfit planned, but then I really wanted to wear a tie. And I really like it.
But your face is still cute.
In this one, in this scene, my hair is longer, and it looks like my dad's haircut from the early 80s.
Mark.
That guy, I
fine.
think, just kind of hated me a little bit.
What?
Well, just, I don't know. I'm basing this all on the fact that when we were recording with him in a later scene, he was kind of pissed at, not Shannen, Sara and me, because we just didn't give a fuck, and so we kept messing up. He's like, come on, guys, get it together. And then I ran into him in the grocery store, and he purposefully didn't talk to me. I was like, hey, it's you, I filmed with you. And then it was up until I kept shouting. I was like, hey, Charge Wash Man. And I was trying to get his attention. I was, like, right in front of him. And, I mean, not right in front of him, I was a couple aisles down. And, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. And his friend had to get his attention, and, like, he looked like he was purposely avoiding me.
I'm sure he wasn't. Mark is very nice.
Okay. In that case, if Mark ever sees this, I'm sorry, Mark.
Yeah, he's all, like, he's too nice. I have that problem with people. I'm like, stop being nice to me.
We love you, Shannen.
I love that, like, wistful look you give, like, no, but we can't leave.
Yeah, it's because abuse is happening.
This whole episode is a metaphor.
A metaphor?
I mean...
How so?
symbolism,
Whatever.
whatever.
Foreshadowing, perhaps?
Hey, Nicole.
I don't
Completely
know.
It's a
off topic.
literary device.
Nicole wants to know if she should go grab food, or do we have food here?
Whatever she wants.
I'll eat whatever.
This is the worst commentary ever. We're just, like, talking to each other. Look, it's Adrian!
Look, it's my hair curling like Superman.
Sara yawns at some point in the background. This is, so Adrian, disappeared for, like, 3 episodes.
There's the yawn.
Because she was very busy. Yep, she's yawning. I mean...
Best
I
commentary.
completely missed it, because I'm texting people.
Worst
I'm sorry,
commentary.
fans. But you got Elliot here, and he's, like, way better than me in, like, every capacity.
I haven't slept so long. I only slept for 2.5 hours, so I am not alive.
You don't even give me a chance to talk before you're
sorry.
like, hey, Sherlock.
Oh, I thought you were talking about it in the commentaries. I
Yeah,
just
in real life,
apologize.
too.
Also, what the fuck is going on with my hair?
I don't know.
I think it
looks
looks fine.
It's like...
We
it's
walked
like,
right into the neighbor's
I
yard.
know, we could have walked into the street, but Derek was there with the camera.
This shot was really cool. I'm really glad I did.
Yeah, with the fade in with the next day, that looked, like, nice.
Yeah.
That was a little weird. That was a little bit like zooming in and out on that camera. Like, I don't know.
It's just shaky. As all of the 12th grade or whatever fans will point out, this is the same mug that Sebastian has.
And it's like the same shot, too, and it's the same couch.
No, Sebastian's in the chair that
Right.
Jamie's in. But
Well,
looks
Sebastian
very
also wears
similar.
the same sweater that I wore, so I just didn't give a shit. I was
Yeah,
like,
I mean, who cares?
Imagine
Everyone loves
Sebastian and
There it is.
Stanley missing.
Meeting.
I didn't mean missing, I meant meeting.
I mean, I feel like they wouldn't get along.
I made a post about this where I was like, Stanley needs a
Terrible
Sebastian
haircut.
missing in his life to be like, hey, get your life together.
I feel like, I don't know if they'd get along.
That's right, I remember seeing that. He'd be like, I hate all of your life choices, let me give you advice. And
Yeah,
Stanley
I
would be
think
like,
so.
wee!
For the Taj Watch fans that don't know, I'm also in another web series that we filmed in the same apartment with the same clothes, the same everything, really. Because the web series needed a transmasculine character. Disgusting. Shannen. Needed a transmasculine character, and they burned through like 3 actors or something crazy before they're like, shit,
It
alright.
wasn't that many.
Okay, well, they burned through somebody, and then they finally were like, okay, we need another actor, and I lived in a completely different state.
Well, it was written to be a Skype role.
Yeah.
No
but-
matter what.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. I thought they changed it to be a Skype role because their first actor left, and then they got a second actor.
And then it
like,
ends up being great because you and Sara, who plays your sibling, like honestly look alike.
Yeah, I had, there was supposed to be somebody supposed to be my twin, and I looked the same as them. I had the same face. There's the face that is like.
It was very interesting editing this scene because I just kept wanting to cut to your face because I'm like, everything he's saying is also Stanley. But I was like, I can't keep cutting to Elliot's face because then I would run out of reactions.
Yeah, because
we just did like 30 seconds of you making faces. But yeah, there's just a lot of points where it's like cuts to Stanley because this is very obviously also about him.
I'm touching Elliot's face right
the
now.
whole oh, I am in love with this girl, but she has a boyfriend, so I respect her boundaries. Cut to Stanley's face.
being like, oh, I should maybe do that. What's
What?
a boundary?
And then like, I killed someone.
I feel like Stanley has the same problem that I did when I was younger, where he like doesn't. You just, like, it's a minor empathy issue where he's just, like, I don't understand, like, he's like, I want to touch Sherlock, so I would, well, not touch Sherlock, but I want to, like, do thing, like, be at Sherlock's house, so why wouldn't she want to?
Yeah.
But he definitely avoids touching her throughout the series because, I can't decide whether it's due to an actual, that's a boundary he understands and respects, due to him having an I don't like people touching me thing, or if it's like he is afraid of her yelling at him for doing so and then not wanting him to be her partner anymore, or both.
Probably. I feel like it would be almost a subconscious thing. Like, he doesn't consciously think about, oh, I shouldn't touch her. But
Yeah, although I do know, like, that I played him as his brain is just constantly going, touch him, touch her, rather. Just like
I'm
just
touching Elliot right now.
Yes, just kind of.
Sarah, we filmed Sarah's shots another day. I just remembered that.
Because you were on your laptop the whole time, right, Sarah?
Sarah's being a brat, like usual.
I'm
You were
wow.
brattiest.
It's fine. This is a scene. It doesn't seem like, oh.
Wasn't I
What would
doing
you
homework
do
or
if
something?
you were trying to kill someone? What? I don't know what you're doing.
Wasn't
And
I
now we're doing commentary while Sarah pops my pimple.
No.
Okay. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Anyway, I liked that moment where he's like, what would you do in that situation? Because...
And it cuts right to Stanley.
It cuts to Stanley being like, and it cuts to Jamie being like, hey, Sherlock, remember when you shot someone? And Sherlock's like,
I want to put like gel
Let's
in your hair
move
and make
on.
it all spiky.
You can.
Get it all like, woo.
I basically live here now. Shannen kidnapped me from my mom's house in Tampa, and so now I'm in her house in Orlando.
Oh, look at you being sad.
You should stay
I don't
as
even
long
know,
as
like,
possible.
what
Please
lines.
I'm just concerned because lack of sleep.
Stay. Yeah.
But it's okay, we'll
Hey
talk about
guys,
that when we're
talk
not
about the
recording.
episode.
I know. I was saying I just got done saying we'll talk about that when we're not recording.
I'm just distracted by
The fans
everything.
love our interactions with each other anyway. Nobody
Do
cares.
they? Look, I did a little flashback thing because
Yeah, you got good with those flashback things.
this episode is like a completely different editing style.
This
than the
shirt
rest
is a
of them.
man's shirt. That's all I have. It's a men's shirt, but I wear it as a female human.
I always felt like this scene was a little too long, but
Yeah.
I never made any suggestions about it because I had nothing better to suggest. That's a great shot.
Also,
That was my shot.
none of that
That's
is actually wine. It's all grape juice.
Yeah,
It was good grape juice. It was cran grape
it was.
Good
Why did
juice.
we not use wine?
because
That's expensive.
Fair point, but you could just get a $2 chuck from Trader Joe's.
Sarah, who did the space in the background? Was
me
it
and
you
Cassie and Christy, we did it at there was
Okay.
like a space themed event
at school
at school.
when they played like The Martian.
No, I don't think. No,
Yeah,
maybe?
yeah, it was.
I don't know. I just remember I made a frisbee that said "Space Spy" on it.
I mean, we didn't go see The Martian that day, but
I'm pretty sure 90% of my reactions in this entire scene are not actually in time with this because I did just sit there for about
yeah.
30 seconds.
I
45
remember
seconds.
like I skimmed through lines and hit the important lines to make sure that you knew to react to those, but because I was just sitting in front of you with the camera.
I was really tired that day. I don't remember what was going on. I was just like, I want to go home now. But
Well,
that was
luckily,
like,
you didn't have to do a lot in this scene.
that's true. I just know that like the last half of filming Tajwash, my like health was being really bad, and I went to the emergency room like 4 times in a month. And so I was just like, I don't want to do anything. And so, but then it's like Shannen kept reminding me, hey Elliot, you have obligations, and I'm like, that's true.
Fuck obligations.
Well, actually, I don't remember. It was, I mean, partially I felt like I just had obligations because I pushed myself really hard. And I'm like, I need this to be perfect, and then that's why I gave too much of a shit about hair continuity in episode 4. But that's why we have the stolen hat now. It's all because I'm a perfectionist.
Well, I mean, you
hat.
changed like hairstyles, and so it was kind of like, yeah, let's give you a hat.
Yeah, just because the reason why I changed hairstyles was because I had one hairstylist cut my hair.
Because
Tampa.
Stanley decided to have the exact same haircut as Sherlock.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of how it ended up being. I looked at this, I would straighten it, and when it's straight, it doesn't look that, like, usually like Shannon's hair, but, you know, I figured I was going to leave my hair normal with Stanley. Now I just don't straighten my hair anymore because of how much I film for these people.
What, you don't film with us anymore?
I am gonna later, probably.
Maybe.
I mean, even if y'all write another web series or whatever.
Who would I cast you as?
I like...
Anybody.
I'm gonna talk about the show. I like when Stanley's like, you did the right thing, and Sherlock is like, you did what had to be done in that situation. Like,
yeah,
Sherlock's
immediately
like,
right after, like, Stanley,
I-
don't get cocky, motherfucker. Don't out yourself.
Well, Sherlock doesn't know his
That was
secret yet.
loud.
What?
But,
The door closing.
I don't know.
Dun dun dun! She's talking about herself, but it's the Stanley-centric episode.
I love just everything. Everyone, it's just the whole episode. I love this sweater that I had that will never be seen again.
But you should totally take sides with Wendy on everything. Because she's probably right, TPH. What? There's more footage? Duh.
I love the wink. It's my favorite.
Oh, man. You're just like, bye.
Wow, I look really skinny and kind of like my body looked good in that shot. But anyway,
Talk to her.
talk to her. And the tag sticks out of the back of my shirt. Like
Devil's Light.
the bloopers of
Cassie
the end.
really likes American Horror Story.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a reference to American
See,
Horror
Well,
I
mean,
just...
Devil's Night is a thing, but, you know, it was
Story.
specifically...
In American Horror Story, yeah, it's on Halloween. All the serial killers go back to the hotel.
So it said
okay.
Kill
Devil's
more
Night
people.
on our whiteboard for, like, the whole show. Oh my god, just admit you're dating. Sarah, remember when we filmed this scene and it was, like, our lives at the time?
Oh my god.
And then Shannen fake dated a boy. She didn't do that.
I wouldn't put it past me. I keep talking about needing to do that.
Sort of dating someone I was dating.
Sarah was literally in the exact same situation as Jamie was when we were filming that scene.
Yeah, and
She was dating a girl, but she's like, I don't know if we're dating. And then they...
Most of the time, when stuff parallels on lives, it's just because I write stuff that happens in my life, but this time it was not, because we just get to filming these moments and, like, look at each other like, aha.
So if you guys think the acting in this episode, like in this particular scene, is just top notch, it's just, they're not, it's a real conversation.
And this is the beginning of Jamie writing down the stories. This is almost like the exact same shot as the last shot of episode 8. You're in a different chair. The dramatic music for you typing. Is there a blooper at the end of this episode?
I don't remember.
Well, so this is based on the adventure of the Abbey Grange.
No, I think maybe there's a trailer. I can't remember.
Which, Abbey Grange is one of the Stanley Hopkins stories from the original story. This is the only Stanley Hopkins story we did. Aaron has just credited as Aaron because I can't put his last name yet.
Oh my god, but like, the first Stanley Hopkins story that is ever in the entirety of the Sherlock Holmes canon was... One, there was a bit where a dude was abusing his wife and children, which is, I think, where Shannen got the idea. But, it's about a dude who gets, like, harpooned through the face or something?
Through the chest.
Okay.
Oh, this is when I started having next week's, because they were next week. I love episode 7, guys.
We should be recording episodes.
Yeah, we're gonna do episode 7 next. Because who knows when Nicole will get here.
Oh, I should tell the story of me sending
Cassie
Eiley
looks
the
beautiful.
Okay, well, it's still
grab-
still relevant. You should maybe say something. God, the best shot.
That was so great.
Chell actually cried while watching that shot.
Really?
Yeah,
Beautiful.
because she said, like, the shot of me, like, with my eyes all wide, because she said I was the most frightened looking that she's seen any
we'll
human
talk
being.
about that scene in a moment. Thank you for listening to this commentary.
And, I mean, commentary and us talking to
Up
each
next in 10 seconds, your bloopers.
Oh!